Differentiation. Whoops. 7-mark question. All right, I got the message. Thank you. Now, first thing we need to do is look at differentiation. Okay, 3x squared. X squared goes to 2x. You take the power down to the front, so 2 goes to the front, and you take the power down by 1. So I'm using the same language to mean two different things. Okay, the number 2 goes to the front, the power goes to the front, and the power itself goes down by 1. So x squared becomes 2x to 1, so 2x. And if you multiply it by 3, you get 6x. And x to the 1 just becomes x to the 0, which is 1, so that's 6x minus 1. 1 over x, slightly more tricky. 1 over x you have to think of as a power of x. 1 over x is x to the minus 1. So under normal differentiation rules, that becomes the power goes to the front, and the power itself goes down by 1. So we get minus 1x to the minus 2. You can't really say minus 1x to the minus 2. The 1 times anything you don't really write. So you could legitimately write it as minus x to the minus 2. What does x to the minus 2 mean? Well, x to the 2 is x squared. X to the minus 2 is going to be 1 over x squared. So that becomes minus 1 over x squared. I think you'd probably get the mark for writing this, though. You would lose a mark for writing minus 1x squared because you can't really say 1x. Now, it asks you what the coordinates of the points on the curve y equals x cubed where the gradient is 12. Okay, gradient you find, the gradient of a function you find by differentiating. So if y equals x cubed, differentiate and we say dy by dx, that's how we write differential of y with respect to x, is 3x squared. So that's our gradient function. Now, if the gradient equals 12, that means that dy by dx equals 12. So therefore it follows that 3x squared must equal 12. So if 3x squared equals 12, then we say x squared equals 4, and x equals 2, right? Be very careful. If x squared equals 4, then we have to remember that there's a plus and minus, there's a positive and a negative solution. So x is 2 or minus 2. Now, it asks us for the coordinates of the points. Now, when x is 2 or minus 2, the gradient of the curve is 12, but we need to know the y value. Well, how do we find the y value on the graph? We go back to the equation of the graph itself. And when x is 2, y is 8, put 2 cubed. And when x is minus 2, y is minus 2 cubed, which is minus 8. So those are our 2 coordinates. Just reminding you that y equals x cubed, so y is 2 cubed or minus 2 cubed.